Daily AI News. Headlines for August 4, 26. OpenAI says its next major model, Astra, produced 10 genuine advances in mathematics, tackling geometry, cryptography, and quantum computing. One result improved a sphere packing limit untouched since 1978. Another disproved a long-standing conjecture. Every proof was verified in Lean, and OpenAI published a 249-page paper. However, Anthropic's Claude Fable reportedly reproduced about half within 24 hours using a generic prompt, no internet. This suggests the breakthrough isn't unique. The real test will be pre-committed open problems where every failure counts, but compressing years of trial and error into days is real. In July 2026, over 1,300 employees from leading AI firms, including senior figures at OpenAI and Anthropic, signed a statement urging U.S. support for international tools to pace automated frontier development. This differs from those companies slowing their own releases. Recent Chinese models like Kimi K3 and GLM 5.2 show rapid progress, though some, like Minimax H3, are not yet open weight. Benchmarks suggest China is narrowing gaps on selected tasks but hasn't caught up broadly. A unilateral U.S. slowdown could let Chinese labs overtake specific capabilities, a greater strategic risk than continuing the current pace. A 6-month-old cloud startup secured $10 billion from Anthropic, powering AI training with 133 megawatts of hydropower in Norway. Volta Infra Holdings, founded by ex-Brookfield managers, will deliver NVIDIA's Vera Rubin chips in 2 phases by March 2027. The 6-year deal processes about 20 novels worth of text per second. Badir's stock jumped 14%. Volta raised $300 million from Andreessen Horowitz, Altimeter, NVIDIA, and Michael Dell, valuing it at $2.4 billion, plus a $5 billion financing pool for clients. Anthropic partners with Google, Amazon, and AMD, but critics warn tangled dependencies could amplify losses if demand falters. South Korea now lets AI-assisted songs register for copyright, but only when humans lead the creative process. The Korea Music Copyright Association introduced these rules Monday. Previously, any AI involvement meant rejection, and violations triggered royalty suspensions and registry removal. Now, creators must disclose which tools they used, how, and their own contributions. They can submit project files, MIDI data, prompts, generation logs, or original AI output alongside the final version. No single document is mandatory, but false claims may lead to penalties up to 3 times royalties received. Every product shipping a model must judge content, but the right answer depends on audience and moment. Most guardrails lock fixed harm categories, forcing retraining. Shieldstral reframes moderation as question answering. Write a plain language policy at inference time, and the model returns a calibrated safety score from 1 token. No retraining needed. One interface handles text, images, or both. This 3B model matches or beats OpenGuard models up to 7x larger on text safety, refusal detection, and multimodal benchmarks. It runs on a single 16 GB GPU, trained on heterogeneous real and synthetic data. Runware unveiled the Sonic Inference Pod, a modular, transportable data center for use beside hyperscaler facilities. It claims higher quality inference at lower cost than other serverless platforms. Instead of expanding a fixed building, you add another pod, scaling capacity in days, not months. Pods use a closed-loop, water-free cooling system and deploy anywhere with power. Runware has 10 pods across the US, Europe, and Asia-Pacific, serving clients like Wix. They operate as one network, so if one fails, traffic shifts to another. While giants like OpenAI build billion-dollar data centers, Runware bets on flexibility. Running a 304 billion parameter model on one AMD MI300X is possible via its 192 GB HBM3, holding the full DeepSeek v4 flash checkpoint with no offloading. This leaves 20 GB for GPU cache and 96 GB CPU tier for evicted prefixes. Key fixes: older FP8 format, wrong by 2x, Mo routing bugs, kernel shapes, CPE-KV sync. Stack uses digest pinned VLLM and ITER, custom tuning for GFX 942. Speculative decoding with DSpark 7 speeds generation. Hybrid cache balances speed and capacity. One card handles 2 to 8 concurrent streams, bursts to 64. All patches and checksums are documented, making the setup reproducible. Fine-tuning an LLM can eat 30 to 50% of your time fighting infrastructure, not improving models. Soup, a new CLI tool, slashes that with one YAML config and one command. Its version 0.72.4 lets you align models on a laptop using DPO, ORPO, SymPO, or KTO via layer streaming, which keeps the frozen base out of VRM. On an RTX 3050 4GB, streamed DPO peaked at 0.914 times the supervised fine-tuning peak, while a real second model costs plus 730 MB. It's bit exact against normal runs, though DPO reads layers 1.52 times more often per step. This matters because you can now train an 8B model on a 4GB card, no cloud needed. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe to stay updated. And turn on notifications so you never miss out. Let us know in the comments what you think about this video. See you tomorrow for the next daily AI news.